Hello, Colts Nation. What's up, No Horsing family? Welcome back to another episode of the No Horsing Around podcast. As always, the No Horsing Around podcast is powered by Wager Wire. Wager Wire is a first of its kind app where you are able to buy and sell previous placed bets, y'all. You can jump in and out of all your future bets, cash in on parlays before they go belly up on you, and you can trade game lines up to the moment the game starts. Make sure you guys follow them on Twitter at WagerWire for all the sports talk that they're going to give, all the betting advice they're going to give. And make sure you check out their Twitter spaces too. It's a really cool thing done by fans, for fans. You know we love that here because we're all about the fans. We're all about Colts Nation. We're all about the group. And also make sure you go over to their website, wagerwire.com. Drop your email. There's a really, really cool app coming very, very soon. So we're going to continue our series, you guys. As always, we've got the series going on the coaching candidates that we've heard so far, right? We've done Raheem Morris. We've done Ejiro Evero. And today we are going to do Bubba Ventrone. Oh, everybody loves Bubba, right? Everybody loves Bubba. Bubba Ventrone, the current special teams coordinator for our very own Indianapolis Colts. He has been in that position, I believe, since 2017. I'm going to double check real quick. Yes. Yeah. So he's been in that position. My bad. Since 2018. And all he's done in that time is every single season he's been with them, they've improved. He's guided them through some really rough times, too, on the special teams. He's had some really highly rated special teams outside of really kind of 2 years. This year was a little lower as he was dealing with the fact that we were without Rigoberto Sanchez, who tore his Achilles in the preseason, and we had to make the change from Rodrigo Blankenship to Chase McLaughlin, right? The other one was the year that Vinatieri forgot how to put the ball between the goalposts. That greatly affected how the special teams did. All he's done since he's been there too is every season they have scored a special teams touchdown. They continued that trend this year, obviously, with a blocked punt against the Minnesota Vikings, right? So he's an amazing guy. Prior to coming to the Colts, he spent several years as an assistant to the special teams coordinator under Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots. And I know there's a lot of not again with the Belichick, but he's really more of a horseshoe guy at this point. We love him. Obviously, he's set to interview, and he did interview, right? I don't know. I mean, we can go off of a lot of different things. A lot of people have said, well, that's just an interview to give him an interview. Obviously, about a week or two ago, he talked to Zach Kiefer and really kind of discussed the fact that he does want to be a head coach. And for those who kind of poo-poo on special teams coordinators, one of the greatest coaches right now is John Harbaugh, and he was a special teams coordinator. The difference between special teams coordinators and who we've reviewed in the past, which have been defensive coordinators with some experience on the offensive side of the ball, special teams coordinators work with both sides of the ball. They work with all the players because you've got defensive players, you've got Isaiah Rodgers Jr., or Isaiah Rodgers Sr., and you've also got Dallas Flowers, who's on the defense, or you have Ashton Doolin and Kiki Kute, right? So you on the offense. So you deal with everybody in the personalities. And here's the thing, too. A lot of people felt when they fired Frank Reich, this was Bubba's interim job. He was good. The players liked it. The players wanted him. I think everyone felt that. And then obviously they went way outside the box and they brought in Jeff Saturday. What does that mean, too? That means he's got the ear of the team. Now, here's the question for you guys, and I want to hear it in the comments. Do you guys want Bubba? Would you take Bubba as the head coach? And also, there's the question, too, is do we just need a fresh start in regards to fresh eyes outside the organization after this disastrous 2022 season? I know a lot of people have discussed they want to see two coordinators return potentially. That's Bubba in special teams and Gus Bradley and the defensive side of the ball, the defensive coordinator. But would you take Bubba as the head coach? Could he be a really solid head coach? Probably. I don't know where he sits on my list. He's probably, and this doesn't say a lot when it comes to this, and you guys can jump on me for it. He's my favorite internal candidate over Jeff Saturday, right? Uh, it wouldn't be the worst hire, but it's not that slam dunk hire that a lot of people want. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear the comments. I want to hear if you hated it, if you loved it, if you were excited. I think a lot of fans were excited to see that he got the interview, but we're not really thinking beyond that, obviously, that he's going to get the actual job. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys think. As always, you guys, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know your feelings on these. It's kind of fun for us. We're delving into each one of these different potential head coaching candidates. Um, and in Bubba's position, he's actually interviewed. We're still waiting on a couple more to interview, but it's an interesting, fun topic. You know, we all have our favorites. I said this at the end of the Ajiro Aviro video, and I said I'm going to say it every single time. Go in with an open mind. We all talk about how we want Harbaugh or we wanted Peyton. You guys know I like Brian Flores. He's not even gotten a phone call from us. But you got to go in with an open mind, because if you don't go into an open mind, you end up pigeonholing yourself into one candidate who may or may not be good, right? The other part, too, is we always talk about the example I used in the last video is Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin was the final interview after they were already set in 2007, the Steelers, to hire Ken Wisenhunt, who's ended up not being a good head coach, or Russ Grimm, who was never a head coach. Mike Tomlin went in as a final interview, blew them away. And I think that's been the right hire. So go in with an open mind as we talk about all these candidates, because you never know what kind of staff they can put together, how they can lead a team, and what they could actually be. Sometimes the hottest names are not the best names, you guys. So as always, you guys, I love you. I know Zach loves you. Go Colts. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.